Hello folks, so this was the childhood toy chest of a friend of mine, and now her mother would like to use it for her grandkids. The problem is there's no bottom in it. Now, the toy chest itself it's pretty solid, it's in pretty good shape, it's a little dirty, it needs to be cleaned up. But it's worth putting a new bottom in. Now, this was the old bottom. It's just a cheap piece of MDF, way too thin, and you know, it's just fallen apart over the years. So I am going to cut up some 1/2 inch sanded plywood, paint it, and throw it on the bottom. So let's see how it goes. First I'll measure for the new bottom. Now I'm transferring the layout onto my 1/2 inch plywood. Here I'm going to use the track saw to cross cut the length of the bottom. And you can use a circular saw on a straight edge to achieve the same cut. Then I'm going to spin it around and rip the length. And that is the rough dimensions of the bottom. Originally, the toy box bottom had a dado groove all around the bottom of the box that the bottom sat into. Now, I don't want to take the whole box apart to dado a larger dado, so here I'm just ripping some material, some 3/4 inch plywood, that I'm going to use as a cleat under the bottom and then just tack the bottom to the cleat. I'm going to attach the cleats to the bottom of the toy box with some glue and some pin nails just to hold it till the glue dries initially. Then I'm going to come back, I'm going to pre-drill and use some 1.25 inch construction grade screws just to hold those cleats in place. It's a big toy box and it's big enough for a child to sit in, so I'm going to make it strong enough for a child to sit in. From what I can tell, the box has an antique white or a linen white color to it, so I just had some antique white mixed up, and I'm going to give the bottom 2 coats before I affix it to the inside of the box, and that should keep it protected. Here I'm putting in the 1.25 inch construction screws that I mentioned earlier, just to give those cleats, you know, some good holding power. For the shorter end pieces, I think I just measured in about 1.5 inches from each end, pre-drilled, so nothing splits. For the longer sides, I think I did the same. I measured in 1.5 inches from each end and then just put one in the center. And, you know, that should be plenty strong to hold whatever's going to get thrown in there. Okay, now I'm just spraying the entire box down, outside and inside, with some soapy water, just to clean off some of the dirt, and I think there's some coffee stains on there and whatnot, so just cleaning that all up. And then I'm also gonna hit it with a Scotch-Brite pad just to get the sheen off, because I'm going to repaint it, as you can see. So I'm just painting it with some antique lacquer, just to freshen it up. But the Scotch-Brite pad gets the sheen off so the paint adheres a little better. So the original bottom had 45s cut on the back corners, because there's a post that runs down that holds that decorative feature up on the top, that decorative backboard. And those posts aren't square in the corners, they protrude in a little bit, so this 45-degree miter has to be put on the bottom just so it can go around it, and so that it fits nicely inside the box. Now, while I was restoring the bottom, the weather had turned a little cool and the paint was taking a long time to dry in the garage. So I had moved it on to the tailgate of my truck in the sun just to speed up the drying time. And I also had to return it, so once it was in the truck, it just stayed there. But here it is, all done. I think it looks as good as new. So thanks for watching.